Vancouver. You hear the name and you instantly picture this incredible meeting of worlds, right?
Totally.
Gleaming city buildings right up against these massive, dramatic mountains and, well, the Pacific Ocean stretching out.
Mm-hmm.
But what's the real story here? Is it just, a pretty picture for folks who love the outdoors?
Well, that's what we're digging into.
Okay, let's unpack what truly makes Vancouver tick. On this deep dive, created just for you, we've gone through loads of information articles, travel guides, even some first-hand video blogs to distill the essential insights about the city.
Yeah, sifted through quite a bit.
We're going to explore its unique character, the experiences you absolutely can't miss, the food that's a must-try, where you can stay, the best ways to get around.
Probably will cost you.
Right, the cost, when the ideal time to visit is, a little about its culture, and even how safe it is. Our aim is to give you those aha moments without, overwhelming you.
And what really jumps out consistently across all the sources is Vancouver's fascinating, dual identity.
Dual identity, yeah.
It's not simply an urban center bumping up against nature. It feels like a genuine integration of the two.
Okay.
This close proximity is just key. You can transition from a vibrant downtown core to, say, ancient rainforest trails or ocean vistas in, minutes.
Wow, really, minutes?
Pretty much. That immediate access to such contrasting environments, that really defines its special appeal. And it probably contributes a lot to why it's seen as such a desirable place to live and visit.
Exactly. That outdoor focus just keeps coming up, doesn't it? It seems like a massive part of Vancouver's identity.
Oh, absolutely.
Think about it. Hiking those incredible mountain trails, cycling that world-famous seawall, which, get this, is 28 kilometers long.
Yeah, the longest uninterrupted waterfront path globally.
Right, and that in itself tells you something about the city's priorities, doesn't it? Hitting the ski slopes practically on the city's edge in winter, or getting out on the water for kayaking, or even whale watching, it's all just so accessible. And it's not just for, extreme adventurers. Even a stroll through Stanley Park, right there downtown, offers a real sense of escape.
And if we connect this strong outdoor vibe to the bigger picture, it lines up perfectly with Vancouver's, documented commitment to sustainability and green stuff.
Ah, good point.
It's not just about having nature nearby. There's a clear emphasis on preserving it, integrating it right into the urban experience.
Okay.
This likely plays a significant role in why Vancouver consistently ranks so high on those most livable cities lists,
Yeah, I've seen those rankings.
It's about more than just beautiful scenery. It reflects a whole lifestyle centered around that connection.
And that lifestyle is clearly enriched by the incredible mix of cultures you find there. Our sources are, full of mentions of Vancouver's diverse multicultural population.
Definitely.
This isn't just a side note. It feels fundamental to the city's character. It shapes everything from the neighborhoods you'll wander through to, and maybe most importantly for travelers, the incredible food scene.
Yeah, that raises an interesting point about how this multiculturalism actually plays out day to day. The sources consistently point to a truly international food landscape. We're not just talking about a few international restaurants. We're seeing authentic, high-quality ethnic cuisine, particularly Asian food. Richmond especially gets mentioned a lot for that. This cultural fusion really adds layers of depth and flavor to the whole Vancouver experience.
Okay, let's get into those must-do experiences and activities then. Stanley Park is kind of a given, right?
Has to be, yeah.
Cycling that seawall seems like an absolute essential, and it's pretty accessible too. Bike rentals starting around $7 Canadian an hour.
Pretty reasonable.
Then you've got the historic charm of Gastown with that iconic steam clock.
Right, the steam clock.
And Robson Street, a real shopping hub that apparently used to be nicknamed Robsonstrasse, which kind of hints at its early German influences.
Huh, interesting.
And for anyone who loves food, Granville Island Public Market sounds fantastic. Open daily, artisan shops, performers, even the Granville Island Brewing Company right there.
So it's more than just a market.
Exactly. It sounds like a microcosm of Vancouver's vibrant culture where you can literally taste the city's diverse influences and that local, artisanal spirit.
And what about the mountains? The sources mentioned a few different options, right?
Yeah, definitely.
There's Grouse Mountain, often called the Peak of Vancouver.
Yeah.
You take the Skyride gondola up for these incredible panoramic views.
Okay.
The gondola down is about 20 CAD if you decide to hike up, which is, an interesting detail for the more adventurous types.
Right. Earn the view.
Plus hiking trails and even a wildlife refuge where you might see grizzly bears.
Grizzlies. Wow.
Then, of course, there's the Capilano Suspension Bridge. Very famous, but maybe not for everyone if you're scared of heights. It's 137 meters long, 70 meters up.
Yeah, that's high.
But it's interesting, the sources also highlight Lynn Canyon Park as a free alternative.
Free.
Yeah, it has its own suspension bridge, smaller, 45 meters high, and beautiful mini hikes, apparently often less crowded than Capilano. Plus, swimming holes and waterfalls.
That sounds like a great local tip.
It really speaks to Vancouver maybe offering accessible nature for different budgets, contrasting with the more commercial Capilano. And for winter sports fans, Cypress Mountain is another close option for skiing and snowboarding.
And Vancouver's not just about what's on land, is it? Being on the coast.
Right, the ocean is huge.
The ocean and island excursions are a big draw. Whale watching tours are popular from March to October, and apparently you have a really good chance of seeing orcas.
Orcas, yeah, that's a major draw.
Yeah.
A tour is around 163 CAD, according to one source.
Okay, good to know. You can also hop on the Aquabus ferries to get around False Creek. A day pass is quite reasonable, like 15 CAD.
Handy for hopping between spots like Granville Island.
And day trips over to Vancouver Island, maybe to visit Victoria and the famous Butch Art Gardens. That's definitely something lots of visitors consider.
Definitely. But let's not overlook the cultural attractions back in the city itself.
True, it's not all outdoors.
The Vancouver Art Gallery has a significant collection of Canadian international art, including Emily Carr, and they have a pay-what-you-can evening on Tuesdays.
Oh, cool. How much is that?
Recommended 10 CAD donation, whereas regular admission is more like 29 CAD.
Yeah.
So, good deal.
Yeah.
Science World sounds really engaging, interactive, good for families maybe. And the Museum of Anthropology at UBC University of British Columbia that focuses on First Nations art and artifacts. Sounds impressive.
Mm-hmm.
And the Dr. Sun Yat-sen Classical Chinese Garden also gets highlighted. First authentic one built outside China, apparently constructed without power tools.
Wow, no power tools.
Yeah, addition's about 16 CAD. This range really shows Vancouver offers a lot more than just hiking and biking,
Absolutely. You could easily spend days just soaking up the culture. And then there are the beaches.
Right, the beaches.
Jericho Beach for water sports rentals, English Bay Beach for those urban beach vibes and sunsets, and even Wreck Beach, which is clothing optional.
Good to know.
Plus, you can catch local sports, BC Lions football, Vancouver Canucks hockey, Whitecaps soccer, and for those amazing city views, there's the Lookout Tower at Harbor Center.
131 meters high, yeah. Cost about 18 CAD.
Oh, and you can even spot harbor seals at a place called Pam Rocks.
Seals, too.
It really does sound like there's something for pretty much everyone.
Okay, switching gears to the food. The culinary scene. Consistent themes seem to be that emphasis on fresh, local ingredients.
Pacific Northwest.
And that really significant Asian influence we mentioned earlier.
Yes.
The sources rave about the fresh Pacific salmon, obviously. Right. And the sushi quality is apparently exceptional.
Gotta try the sushi then.
Poutine, of course, is mentioned as a Canadian classic you have to try. And Japadog, those Japanese-inspired hot dogs sound uniquely intriguing, don't they?
Right. Japadog. I'm definitely curious about that one. And the sheer variety of Asian cuisine sounds incredible. Chinese, Vietnamese, Indian. And Richmond gets specifically highlighted again as a haven for authentic Asian food, especially dim sum.
Dim sum.
We've also got some specific recommendations popping up. Ask for Luigi, honey salt, ramen danbo, Phnom Penh for Cambodian food, though it sounds like you might have to wait a bit there.
Yeah, apparently it gets busy. Also, Torafuku mentioned in the Michelin Guide for its beef noodles.
Ooh, Michelin mention.
Miku Sushi for their salmon oshi rolls, Saku for tonkatsu. Lots of Japanese options. And for something quick, hay rice roll for fresh rice noodles.
Sounds delicious.
The sources also really emphasize Gastown and Granville Island again as key hubs for food and drink fans.
Makes sense.
And the Richmond Night Market, running May to September, is highlighted as this vibrant mix of Asian food, culture, shopping. Heads up, it's often cash only for vendors. Admission's about 5 CAD.
Good tip on the cash. And for saving money.
Food trucks. Yeah. Consistently mentioned as a fantastic budget-friendly option. There's even an app, streetfoodapp.com, to find them.
Nice.
Plus a thriving craft beer scene and local wines. And lots of izakayas, Japanese pubs, especially around Robson Street.
Izakayas.
Even specific local favorites get shout-outs, like mango mochis. Apparently they sell out fast, and the lemon pepper chicken wings at Phnom Penh.
Okay, my mouth is watering now. So you've explored, you've eaten amazing food. where do you actually stay? It looks like Vancouver offers a pretty wide range of options for different budgets.
Yeah, seems quite flexible.
For the budget-conscious traveler, hostels are there. Dorm beds around 40 to 45 Canadian dollars, private rooms maybe 90 to 120 CAD. Canby Hostel Gastown and Same Sun Vancouver get mentioned.
Okay.
Budget hotels look like they start around a 150 CAD. And for the real budget adventure, camping is even an option, like 10 to 30 CAD.
Camping near the city. Interesting.
Yeah. Then for mid-range, comfortable hotels and Airbnb apartments in central neighborhoods seem to be in the 120 to 200 CAD range for apartments.
That sounds about right for a major city. Airbnb private rooms are also an option, a bit cheaper, maybe 60 to 75 CAD.
And if you're looking for luxury, high-end hotels, maybe with those amazing waterfront or city views, you're looking at 250 CAD plus per night.
Makes sense for premium spots.
And it seems like location really matters, doesn't it? Depending on the vibe you want.
Yeah, the neighborhoods sound distinct. Downtown for convenience and buzz.
Gastown for historic and trendy. Yaletown more upscale dining.
West End is more residential, but near Stanley Park. And Kitsilano has that beachy, local feel.
So you can kind of pick your home base depending on your style.
Now, how do you actually navigate this city once you're there?
Good question. Our sources say walking and cycling are excellent options. Vancouver sounds very walkable, and it has extensive bike lanes.
Right, fits the outdoor image.
There's the Mobi public bike rental system, about 15 CAD a day. Or you can rent bikes near Stanley Park, starting around 7 CAD an hour.
Okay, biking is definitely viable. What about transit?
The SkyTrain, their rapid transit, sounds key. Efficient, connects to the airport, though there's an extra 5 CAD airport fare to be aware of.
Good to know about the airport fare.
The Seabus is a ferry connecting downtown to North Vancouver, uses the same fare system, and the regular bus network seems very comprehensive.
So public transport is pretty solid.
Yeah, and getting a Compass card, that reloadable transit card for a 6 CAD deposit, seems like the way to go. You get lower fares than single tickets, and a day pass is around 11 CAD.
So Compass card is a must for transit users.
Pretty much. Taxis, on the other hand, are noted as being quite expensive. Base rate 3.75 CAD plus almost 1.90 CAD per kilometer.
Ouch. Ride hailing probably better then.
Yeah, Uber and Lyft are available, and while you can rent a car, maybe 40 CAD a day for multi-day.
Do you really need one?
The consensus seems to be probably not if you're mainly staying within the city itself. The Canada Line SkyTrain is the best way to get to and from the airport anyway.
Right, so avoid the car hassle unless you're planning lots of trips out of the city.
Exactly. Which leads us to the big question. How much does all this actually cost?
Yeah, the bottom line. Our sources give some helpful breakdowns for different travel styles.
Okay.
A real budget traveler might aim for around 75 CAD per day. That means hostels, cooking some meals yourself, using public transport, and sticking mainly to free activities like parks and hikes.
75 CAD a day. Possible, but tight. What about mid-range?
Mid-range, maybe budget around 165 CAD per day. That could cover a private Airbnb or hostel room, a mix of eating out at cheaper spots and maybe some budget meals, using a public transport, maybe the occasional Uber, and doing some paid activities or attractions.
Okay, 165 CAD. That sounds more typical for many travelers.
And then for those seeking more comfort or luxury, you're looking at 320 CAD per day or more. That's hotels, eating all your meals out, more drinks, maybe more taxis or ride-hailing, premium tours, that kind of thing.
Right, so quite a jump. It's useful to see those different tiers, though. Helps you plan. And there are definitely smart ways to save money mentioned. Bring a reusable water bottle, basic but adds up. Take advantage of all the free parks and gardens, like Lynn Canyon, maybe.
Book accommodation early, especially in peak season.
Look for food discounts on sites like Groupon. Check out deals on attraction tickets. DestinationVancouver.com was mentioned. Bundle tickets, too, maybe through VancouverAttractions.com.
Hit up happy hours. There's even a website for that, Ultimate Happy Hours. And the Vancouver Art Gallery discount on Tuesdays after 5 p.m.
Right. And food trucks, like we said. Couchsurfing was even mentioned for the super budget conscious.
Lots of ways to make it work. So when is the best time to experience all this? Balancing weather, crowds, cost.
Good question. Summer, June to August sounds glorious. Warm, sunny, ideal for all the outdoor stuff, but...
Peak season. Higher prices, more crowds.
Exactly. Autumn, September and October is highlighted. Crisp air, changing leaves, fewer tourists. Sounds lovely.
Yeah, shoulder season appeal.
Winter, November to March, is milder than much of Canada, but wetter. But that's when you get the nearby skiing and snowboarding at Grouse, Cypress, or Whistler further out. Good snow conditions, usually.
So good for skiers, Maybe less ideal for general sightseeing unless you like rain?
And spring, April and May, flowers blooming, temps warming up, fewer crowds than summer, and it's apparently prime time for whale watching.
Okay. So it really sounds like those shoulder seasons, spring and fall, probably offer the best balance for most people. Good weather, fewer crowds.
Seems that way. Yeah, a good sweet spot.
Okay, let's touch on the culture and people. What's the vibe?
The sources consistently emphasize that strong multiculturalism we talked about and a generally welcoming atmosphere.
Friendly city feel.
Seems so. Plus that really strong connection to the outdoor lifestyle. It's not just scenery, it's how people live. Vancouverites are often described as friendly and laid back.
Relaxed vibe.
Yeah, and the city has this reputation for being forward-thinking, progressive, open-minded.
Fits with the green initiatives and livability rankings.
Totally. Finally, let's talk safety and security. Important stuff.
Crucial. What's the verdict?
The good news is Vancouver is generally considered very safe. The main risk seems to be petty crime, pickpocketing, stuff left in cars. So, standard city smarts. Keep valuables secure.
Any specific areas to be more cautious?
There's a specific mention of exercising caution in the downtown east side area, especially alone at night. Just be aware of your surroundings there.
Okay, good heads up. What about solo travelers?
Generally considered safe for solo travelers, including solo female travelers, just using those standard precautions you'd use in any major city. Scams are apparently quite rare.
That's reassuring. And for emergencies.
Dial 911, standard North America. And if you're heading outdoors, wildlife awareness is important. Bears are around. Stick to marked trails, tell someone your hiking plans, basic outdoor safety.
Makes sense, especially with nature so close.
So to kind of wrap it all up, Vancouver really does seem to be this incredibly unique place. It's this blend, this juxtaposition of vibrant city life and just stunning natural beauty existing right alongside each other.
Yeah, that blend is the core message.
It's brimming with diverse experiences, has that fantastic food scene thanks to its multicultural makeup, and offers options for pretty much every kind of traveler, whatever your budget. It's definitely much more than just a pretty view.
Absolutely. Which leads us to a final thought for you, the listener. Given Vancouver's ongoing evolution, its reputation as this highly desirable, livable city, how might it continue to navigate that delicate balance between urban growth and preserving the natural surroundings that everyone cherishes?
That's a big question.
What does this continuing story of city meets wilderness really mean for the future? For future visitors and for the people who actually call it home? Something to think about.